What's happening, people? Welcome to this week's edition of the Flex and Rants Real Talk Show. Happy birthday to you.
Allow it, blood. You know the ones
Happy
there.
birthday
you know the worst
to
one,
you.
yeah? Like
Happy.
when you go out for dinner, brother, and then they try to bring out a cake, fam. And
The
you
TGI thing.
Bro, and you
Standing on
just
chairs and
disappear under the table, cuz. You just want to slap the cake out their hand, bro. What are you doing, bro?
What, you don't like all that?
Nah, it's embarrassing.
Listen,
Allow
man,
it, bro.
you've reached another year. You've got to celebrate till the cows come
That's
home.
fine. I can celebrate, but man don't need the whole restaurant to celebrate, blood. You know when fucking strangers start singing happy birthday
And they start clapping for you.
yeah,
and that.
allow it, bro.
You're not on it?
You know, nah, not at all, because you ain't having none of my cake.
Well,
man.
I'm
So I
sure
don't
you
know what
haven't
you're
met
singing.
all of these like 70 odd K that are about to watch this. They're going to be strangers and they've all been wishing you happy birthday,
Yeah,
bro.
they have. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Still, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, it is Rants' birthday. We've got a lot of questions to get through. We've got a lot of stuff to get through. But yeah, big up Rants on his 21st today. You know what I'm saying?
Man's aging backwards. Look, I look fresh,
Benjamin
man.
Button, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I look fresh, man. I cut the hair, cut the beard, aging backwards.
That's
baby.
right, man. But
That's what it is.
it is Real Talk Show. We've got the birthdays out of the way. I hope you are going to have a good day and that as well. And hopefully we can give you a nice little belated birthday present against Barcelona. Barcelona, first leg. I predicted in there we didn't have a chance, kind of thing, in the Flex and Rant show last week. I was like, I think we'll lose over both legs, etc. Now I'm not starting this segment in saying, see, I told you we'd lose, because there were some encouraging signs. Although we didn't register a shot on target, and you could argue that Barcelona had gears to go up, but it didn't feel like that, and that was weird, innit? Because it was actually a good performance.
The game didn't feel like that. Everyone's like, oh, you didn't have a shot on goal, bruv. Like, it felt like we contained them pretty well. It did, innit? It just felt like we lacked that cutting edge in the final third. But I've always said that we lack the quality and consistency in the final third, bruv. Rashford, Martial, Lukaku, Lingard, them four, none of them. There's no consistency with any of them. You can't guarantee a good performance from any of those players. That is the difference. When you look at Man City and Liverpool, you can guarantee good performances from one of their front three at least, if not two of them, if not three of them. With us, we can't guarantee one. That is our main problem, because defensively under Oli, I think we've been very good.
Especially against like better teams as well. Like I mean, for what you make of Smalling and Jones, they had pretty good games, to be fair. Phil Jones is one of the best players on the pitch on the weekend against West Ham, and Lindelof and Smalling did well against Barcelona.
Absolutely.
Why though, with such a good performance, though, could we not register like a shot on target? Because it is good playing, good. It's nice to play good. It's nice to keep them at bay, and you know, but they got a goal early on. And okay, we done well to stop the floodgates opening. Head didn't go down, and we kept them at bay pretty much from that. Didn't really have anything else. But if we are playing as well as we did, and we can't create, is that a bigger problem?
Yes and no, because I think that is a combination of the balance of the team and also the lack of creativity that we have in the team, bro. And the thing is with us, when we play against the better teams, and because we don't have two like high quality midfielders behind Pogba, he's asked to do a more defensive role. When he does that, we have no attacking creativity whatsoever, bro. He's our only creative outlet in the whole team, bro. When you think about it, the only one. That's crazy, bro. And then when you look at other teams, when you look at Spurs, they've got Son who can create chances. They've got Eriksen that can create chances. They've got Ali that pops up with stuff.
Even when Moura comes off the bench.
Even when Moura comes on, he can create, he can go past players. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't really have that. Like, we have that with Martial sometimes. We have that in Rashford sometimes.
But why is it only sometimes in these guys? Because we look at these guys and their ability, there's no doubt that Martial's got talent. That's the first fact of the matter. He's got ability, but why?
In development.
Why? So is he ever going to get the consistency then? How long did we stand by that? How long did we wait?
Development, was stunted by Jose, and it's the same with Rashford. I reckon them man are 2 years behind where they should be because of that guy's tenure, bro. If they played under Oli, for 2.5 years, they'll be better, bro. If they play under Pep, if they play under Klopp, they'll be better.
So it's like a Jose Blues that you're saying?
It is absolutely, bro. And also, like, the system as well. Like, we're still finding out. Like, in all honesty, Martial's a striker, innit? Like, I'm getting tired of this. Yeah, he plays from the left, but he's not a winger, bruv. Like, I'm tired of it. Just like Hazard's not a winger. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just annoying, to be honest. So people are going to judge him in the position that he plays in. And obviously, he does score goals from it, but he's not a winger. Rashford, like, people say he's a striker and that. For me, he don't look like a striker to me. I think that Rashford would be a great right winger. I really do. Because he likes to do tricks and go past people, and he's got a decent cross in him, but he's not clinical enough. Do you know what I mean? He can't head the ball either. Like, the amount of headers he does miss when the ball comes in there. For me, Like he's a wide man, innit? Like he's not a number 9 for me.
I think our problem is that we don't have an out-and-out goal scorer.
But this is it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at all the other teams, Lukaku's meant to be that. We bought him as that. It obviously clearly hasn't worked out that way. And we know that way it's going to go. Just not enough. You look at all the other teams, they've got their 20 goal. No, exactly. He doesn't do enough. And you look at the other teams, they've got their 20 goal man. Yeah. They've got them. Whatever you say about Aubameyang, he gets 20 goals. Obviously, Aguero is Aguero. Yeah. Mane and Firmino and Salah, they are what they do. It's phenomenal numbers.
60 goals, bro.
Absolutely, and that's the thing for me. I think I see us with just too many like.
We got too many 7 out of 10.
And we've got like where you just round them as a forward. Yeah. Like they don't specialise in anything. So you can just play anywhere across the front three. Yeah. But I want a master of a trade. Yeah. I want a number 9 who's getting exactly. Yeah. You know, and I think we're going to need that marquee forward player in the summer. But just to finish off on the Barca game before we look at dissecting the other win after that against West Ham. Yeah. I mean, and we'll talk about obviously the Barca game coming up, but. Was there enough positives to take from that first leg? Because I was speaking to Mac, you know Mac, and Mac was like, "Listen, Flex," he goes, "You're Mr. Negative, you know. You're Mr. Negative." The whole time, Mac, because I'm doing a little Birmingham accent there. "You're Mr. Negative, you know." He's like, "They're not that good." He's like, "Barca they're not that good."
Yeah, it's true. It's not.
They're not as good as they say they are.
But I reckon Liverpool or City would have wrapped them.
That's the thing that hurts me most. Yeah, like if they would have played like that at Anfield,
they would have held 4 blood. Yeah. They would have held 4.
It shows how far we are behind them.
But that's what I mean in terms of attacking, because that's what it is. Attacking potency and attacking chemistry, When I watch Liverpool play Chelsea, the 2 fullbacks, Robertson. Bruv, like man, talk about our left back, bro. Robertson's 2 levels above him, bruv. Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to put it in there. He's gone down there and trying to whip it in. Same with Trent on the other side. As soon as the Trent gets the ball, 1 touch out his feet, ball in the box.
And the outlet is always there as well. Like as soon as they gain possession, they are gone.
Different. And then you got Salah. When Salah gets the ball, bruv, he's either looking to cut inside, and create something, ping it into Firmino who can hold it, or he's taking man down the outside and committing guys. And that's the same with Mane on the other side. They have a system in it. With us, we don't have a system. It's like we just got players. We give them the ball and then see what happens, bruv. Do you know what I mean? There's no consistency.
You know what? We were saying that under the other guy.
Exactly.
And so
there's no consistency.
Can we not expect that to change yet?
No. That will happen after Oli gets his guys in, because we're still playing Jose's players with a different philosophy, but the system and everything, like, it can't change because we don't have man that can do different jobs. Do you know what I mean? That's gonna come when Oli brings in the kind of guys that he wants to bring in. Like, that's as far as it goes. Like, when you look at our team right now, there ain't many of our players that any team in the league is saying, I'll take him.
No, there isn't, no.
There's not. No. It's only Pogba and De Gea. That's it. Other than them two, no one from the other team don't want to take him. Because
if you've got a consistent Son over Martial, you're going to stick with Son. If you've got Mane over Martial, you know what I'm saying? You can talk about ability, but in terms of what these guys are doing in numbers.
In a one-off game, cool. He's as good as that. But man don't do that every week. Do you know what I mean? Rashford has 1 good game in 5. I'll put it that Rashford has been shit for about 3 months now. And nobody said nothing. Everyone's on Martial's case, even though Martial's been injured and that, so has Rashford. But the bottom line is Rashford and Jesse Lingard, for the last 3 months. Remember, even the Crystal Palace game in Ron Bag 2, Rashford was awful. PSG game, Rashford was awful. He's been awful for months.
He has. He's been out of form.
And nobody's talking about it. Everyone's talking about how bad Martial's been. But the honest truth is, our whole front 4... have just been.
We can't get any change out of them, can we?
Yeah, we can't get.
Well, into the West Ham game, we did manage to win with 2 penalties that were penalties. So they weren't lucky penalties, but they weren't. You're obviously always a little bit fortunate if you get 2 penalties in a match. But you have to force your own. Like we made them chances to get into them. You know,
if you're not applying pressure, you don't win 2 penalties.
Absolutely, but that does not take away with how bad we actually were over the course of 90 minutes. Yeah. West Ham arguably should have won the game. You know,
I don't care about that.
But of course, it's just about.
I'm tired of seeing United fans complain. The reason why I'm tired of seeing you lot complain is before, under the last guy, you lot were like, "Oh, it's all about the results. Who cares about the style of play?" And all of a sudden now, man are winning, and you're fucking complaining saying we didn't play well, bruv. Sort it out, innit? As far as I'm concerned, it's a fucking miracle that we're even in a conversation for top 4, given where we were left. We were 2 points off 8th position, Now we've got ourselves back into this situation. It looks like he inherited an energized team, because they weren't doing no running. They've run themselves ragged. They look knackered now, and it looks like we're teetering over the line. But the bottom line is, at this present moment, all that matters is the performances, bro. In 2013, when we won the title,
Results,
we were shit, blood. Yeah. We were shit, bro. And Van Persie was winning us games every week, bruv. We were playing crap. We were second best. Remember that Southampton game? We went behind twice, blood. Yeah. And Robin just won it for us, bro. Like, sometimes you just got to get over the line. Right now, all I care about is getting over the line so we can go in the transfer market and do something. Do
you think if we can continue playing like we are, though, there's a chance that we might not get over the line because there's only so many times you can keep playing, let's say, badly and not getting a result? So on a different day, if you play against a better side, i.e., let's say Everton away, and we turn up like we did against West Ham at home, there's a high likelihood we're going to lose.
Yeah, but I honestly think that there's only a matter of time that we can play this shit for before things start clicking again. Because every team has a blip, bro. We've seen all the teams have a blip.
Yeah, because we most certainly are having a blip.
Yeah, we're having a blip, but that's all it is. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham had their blip and a 10-point gap fucking they lost. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, and their team that's playing well. So every team's having blips. It's just that because we had half a season blip, now we're having a little blip now. It's a nightmare because we kind of can't afford to have one. If we had a normal start to the season, this blip here would have been minimised. But it just looks bigger because we had such a bad first half of the season. That's all it is. That's why I'm not judging Oli on this. I'm not blaming no one for this, bro. Like, it happens in football, bro.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. One of my biggest frustrations, it was because, again, it wasn't just him, because across the whole attacking third, we were poor. Zabaleta, man, just getting let off the hook, man. Martial's up against him, like you say, he's man's supposed to get his ankles cane road. Yeah. That is what should be happening to Zabaleta. And I remember even more so when we sat next to each other at the West Ham game in the return one at the London Stadium when we got dicked 3-1. Like, Zabaleta after the game, I thought, he was doing some punditry. Yeah. And he was like, the day I played against Martial, I expected to, be in big trouble. I'm not being funny. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not being funny, yeah? I'm sorry, but someone like Martial, though, or whoever's up against Zabaleta, but it was Martial in this case, I'm sorry, he's got to be going at him, Rants. Yeah. I can't excuse that. He has to. Like, I know he's out of form, and I'm not saying he's not going to become good and all of this stuff. I get it. I want to stand by him because, look, we've just given him a 5-year contract, and I believe there's a player in there. He does need to sort it out. But I couldn't forgive him for not going at him. Come on, this guy, he doesn't even know if he's playing football next year. Yeah. I've seen him do interviews where they're going, do you know where you're going to be next year? He's like, I'll give it some time. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, remember when Gary Neville come out?
He's got 1 foot on the beach already.
Exactly. I remember the time when Gary Neville was doing an interview and he said, did you know when you was over? When it was over for you? When he came toasted, and he was like, I knew then.
And he just knew it was over, blood.
I'm looking at this game and I'm saying, Martial, that's what you should be doing to a man like Zabaleta.
Yeah.
So
you should be forcing his hand. Yeah, tell him, man, you know what, bruv, go play golf, innit?
Exactly. Thank you. So that was my biggest moan about the weekend for me. And even in midfield, for large parts, man, Noble fucking and Declan Rice, I'm not going to say they ran the show. I'm not going to say that because it wasn't that.
Fred and Pogba were good.
No, there was more so, especially Fred as well. Yeah. But Declan Rice. After the game, some United fans were saying, fucking gassed him up. So what? He had a little bit of a good game. Other fans were saying, I'll give the 50 million now. Get him in. He's better than Matic. Yeah. I'll have him over McTominay.
I agree.
Would you have him?
Yep, absolutely.
At what cost?
All day, bruv. 40 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pay that money.
You don't think you want to see more, or you've seen enough to say?
I've seen enough, bruv. Like, bruv, he's England international. He's built like a shit house, bruv. He's solid. Do you know what I mean? He's built like Michael Carrick, yeah? He's like Eric Dyer, bro, but with a bit more grit about him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I was surprised with how well he could actually move the ball and play the ball.
Bro. He's a cultured player, bro. I'll buy him, bro. Like,
I don't know. I feel
he's good, innit? Like, he's one of them guys where we need someone like him, bro. What people forget about Manchester United, is we always had physical teams, bro. You know what I mean? When Arsenal were playing all this sexy football, we were kicking them down the M6, bro. That's how we played. We had our Ronaldos and Rooneys, yeah, but even Rooney was gritty. But Rooney was a gritty player. We only had one Ronaldo. We never had bag of flair players.
No, you can't.
We had Ronaldo and Giggs. That's it. Everyone else were physical, blood. Yeah. Scholes was kicking, man. Keane was kicking, man. Do you know what I mean? Vidic was kicking, man, bro. Anderson. Like, Gary Neville was kicking, man. All these guys were kicking, man. We had a physical team with 1-2 sprinkles of gold dust at the end.
Which is what we always used to say when we used to play Arsenal. In that period, it was like they were like the tiki-taka and stuff. We just used to come and
we're going to outwork these, man. Oli, I think, wants to get back to that physical, imposing kind of game, and I'm here for that.
But is Declan Rice much better than McTominay?
I think he is. I genuinely think he is. I think McTominay's a good player, but I think that Declan gives you that physical presence. He's not going to get overran. Like I was watching Loftus-Cheek yesterday as well. He's another one. He's a tank.
He was. He was.
Bro,
he
was in the midfield,
driving forward.
He just uses his body, like leans into
see
players.
That, when he sprinted off from them.
Bro, that's what you need, innit? You need someone, a general, to just say, "Yo, I've got this." Boom. And the thing is, Declan is a ball winner.
But are we? But you see the argument of like, because this is maybe into transfers. We're not going to go too deep into that on this show, but. Are we, if we get someone like a Declan Rice or like a Loftus-Cheek or someone like that, are we not going to get to the elite level again in Champions League and then go, this is why you need a Cruz or a Modric, this is why you need upper echelon, this is why you need a Verratti, this is why you need a this and that? Because then won't we be saying, man are going Real Madrid away, man, we got Declan Rice, but what's that? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, but the thing is, there's a thin line in it, because I feel like what we used to do well as United was we used to buy Premier League proven players, bro. We used to buy players from the Premier League, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like when you look at all of our players, from the Cantonas to the Berbatovs to even the Valencias and all of these, to the Dwight Yorks, bro. We always bought man that were in the league, Andy Cole, that in the league, that knew what it meant to play in the league, and that was it, bro. All of the time, now we go abroad and we buy a man from abroad. Most of the time they come and they tank, fam. Do you know what I mean? Because bruv, there's no guarantee when they come. If you're buying man that are doing bits in the Prem already, that's your best bet. Even when City were building their team, to dominate, bruv, City were buying from within the Premier League at the beginning, bruv. That's how they ended up with players like Rodwell and fucking them man there, bruv, because they bought from within the Premier League and then they built up and then they started introducing the foreign players. And I think that instead of spending the 70 millions on the Di Marias and all these other guys where it might not work and that, we need to look at the Premier League. There's players like Neves, there's players like Gay and all them man there that we're getting linked with, and what's his name at Leicester, Ndidi, and these guys, bruv. I'd rather slap 50 million on an Ndidi, blood, and know that he's going to give me something straight away, because we are in the process now where we need players that we know that can play in the Prem tomorrow, blood.
Yeah, we need starters.
We don't need man.
We don't need squad players now. We got enough of that. We can take the ones at the starting 11 now, put them on the bench.
4 or 5 man that are going straight into the starting lineup. That's what we need. We don't need none of this, guy comes in and they need to acclimatise. Now, Fred's a starter now, innit? Fred's proven that he's one of our best midfielders. His 2 best performances have been in our 2 biggest games, bruv. He's shown against Barca and against PSG that he's levels. He can play. But it took him half a season to get there. We can't be signing man that need half a season to get to, all right, cool, you should be starting.
We ain't got that time again, no.
We need to sign man that are coming straight in and we're saying, cool, Jesse, have a seat. Our right wingers there. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it goes the same for whoever. If we decide to buy a forward, then it's the same. All right, Rom, have a seat, or Marcus, have a seat, or you're going over to the left. Do you know what I mean? Because man need to come straight in.
Yeah. Well, people talking about competition for Martial on that left-hand side.
You know what I mean? I think Martial's cool there. But like, Matic, have a seat, bruv. We got this guy. Do you know what I mean? Herrera's leaving. So it's Paul, Pogba, Fred, and one. Do you know what I'm saying? And if it's Paul, Pogba, Fred, and fucking Neves, which would be my first choice, because we need a deep lying player that can pass the ball. With them 3 in midfield, we're bossing it. Bossing it. Fred to intercept the ball, win the ball. Neves to spray it, and Pogba to just do Pogba, blood. We're nice. But we need man that know how to play in the Prem now. Toby cost 25 million. Give them the 25 million. Are you mad? You're a baller.
I also think with that as well, I know people are saying, do we need another 30-plus-year-old?
Bro,
no, we don't.
Million.
But that you got to think of the money that we're going to spend.
We just did it for 1 season.
It's worth it. The money that the pot that we've got to play with, let's face it, we need the best part of 5 players. Which is going to be a big push to try and get that. We're probably looking at 4.
80 to 90 million on Koulibaly when you can spend 25 on Toby.
And we're only going to get 200 M's, let's face it. Maximum 250. You can get
3 man, for that 100 million, 3 man for that 100 M's, blood. Or 2.5 man for that 100 M's if you spend 25 on Toby. You still got 75 mil to play with. Bro.
And the Eric Bailly situation looks like he's just, like we always keep saying.
But there you go. But I reckon he'll still end up staying. And if he
I hope he does.
And if he leaves, we'll get money for it. Do you know what I mean?
There's sell-on value there. Young. I just hope he don't go to flipping Arsenal. I keep saying that.
Yeah, but this is it.
Just before we move on, Scott McTominay, I have to talk about him. Because he had the game of his life against Barcelona.
But he keeps doing
I thought he was everywhere. He used the ball well. He stifled Messi at times. He got on the ball into Arthur's face, into Rakitic's face. He stood up and was counted. Listen, let's get this straight for these lot at home who so that they're not, so we don't have the whole flip-flop. I think a lot of Manchester United fans, a lot of you, and speaking to you lot week in, week out of matches as well, a lot of what everyone was like, don't see what's going on with this guy. Why is he in the team under the other guy with McTominay?
I cleared this up time ago.
And the thing is, in that system where he was playing,
and also he was playing with Matic and Fellaini, bro. Exactly. So there was no legs around him, yeah. Exactly. So all of his frailties were exposed. All of them, innit, bro. That's why man calls him Sergio Biscuits now, bro. Because there's bits, fam. Listen, yeah. Like, he's a very simple player, bruv. He's like our Darren Fletcher, innit? Like, that's what he is. Like, he's no frills, innit? No spills, bruv. Mayonnaise, bruv. McTominay. That's what he is.
McSauce now, they're saying.
Them man are trying to do the McSauce thing. Man try to steal.
Is it a couple of good games?
Bars, blood. That's what man always try to do. Then they try to remix it and claim it as their own, bruv. I'm the only guy, yeah, that's got names for all of these ballers, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? And then man try flip it and then try to mix sauce and that. Allow it, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Allow it. It was mayonnaise before. And then man trying to do the mix sauce thing. Allow it. It's dead, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Messi, Lingard,
with him,
that was me. All these man just trying it. Allow it. I'm tired of it, bruv. Smaldini was me as well, bruv. And then I'm come on and then I'm seeing gifts and that. Man don't want to credit me, but then you're going on. No sauce, blood. It's all me, blood. It's all me.
With him, though, is it like we need to see a bit more, we need to see more games of him playing at this level? Because you can have great games against PSG away, you know, Barcelona at home, to the point where we were actually begging for him to start against West Ham at home. We want him to displace Matic.
Shit, Matic is though.
Do you know what I'm saying? Are we overhyping it though with McTominay?
We're not overhyping it. He's exactly what you get. No frills, no spills in it, bro. Yeah. Darren Fletcher. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, everyone needs a squad player. I'm happy for Scott to be that guy that comes in when our starting midfielder gets injured. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with Matic. I'm happy for Matic to come in for 1 or 2 games when a man's injured, but I do not want to see Matic on the
But now to the end of the season, everyone wants to see McTominay just play it out now. Yeah, so forget Matic.
Yeah, Matic is dead food, bruv. But what I rate about Ollie is Ollie knows his shit, blood. Because the thing is, Jose would have kept playing him. Same with Rom, bruv. Rom had to nearly half die, blood, to get dropped.
But Matic has been injured though, so we don't know whether he would have done it if he was still fit.
Yeah, but he was dropped before. Do you know what I'm saying? He was dropped. So it's calm anyway. Like, for me, Matic ain't mobile enough. Against Barca, he would have got spun all over the place. You talking about?
I hope he doesn't play.
If McTominay was out and Matic was in there, bro, we would have got absolutely blitzed, you know. Because the way they moved the ball, that would have been easy food for them. Scott was breaking up. Between him and Fred, the pace that they press at and that, it's perfect. Perfect foil for Pogba, man. So
I hope so. I just think it's crazy how he started off like we all weren't sure. I'll give him loads of stick. You know, I'm not gonna shy away from that. But so far he's turned it around and he's playing good football. Some arguing that Jose saw a player in there.
Nah,
he gave him his debut.
Jose didn't see nothing. Jose
played him.
Jose brought him in because he was 6'3", blood. Know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't say Jose saw a player in him. You can say the same about Lukaku. Jose didn't see a player. He saw a 6'3" black guy, yeah, and he tried to flip him milk, so 6'5" or whatever, and tried to milk something out of him that he's not. Do you see what I'm saying? He brought Scott in to do a job that he's not. Scott's actually more attacking.
He can actually play.
He's a more attacking player than fucking Mourinho wanted to bring him in to just be some flipping, I don't know what he was meant to be.
Tree bark.
Do you know what I mean? But he's actually got feet, bro.
Yeah, he can play.
Do you know what I'm saying?
There was one, he spun someone, I can't remember who it was. He spun one of the Barcelona players anyway. He was in a tight situation. He just spun away. Could have been from Messi, you know. I was like, woof.
He's actually got feet, bruv. Like, he can play, innit? Like, he can actually play football. So it's one of them ones where he tried to make him something that he wasn't, and he brought him in purely for his stature, nothing else. Do you know what I mean? And he's proven me wrong, because I seen him play with Fellaini and Matic, and he looked useless. But now he's playing in a team with confidence, and with more mobile players around him, he looks a decent player, and nothing more than decent.
At fullback,
getting gassed.
At fullback until the end of the season,
Anyone but Ashley Young, bro. Anyone, I swear, bro. Bring Darmian back, blood. What's Darmian done, blood? Was he slept with a man's wife or something? He can't get a game.
He's travelled to Barcelona.
Bro,
like,
Darmian back,
what did we do with this Ashley Young thing? Like,
guy,
what's going on,
under
man?
LVG, blood. Darmian was the guy, bro.
Like, we can't have him back,
bro. Trashly, blood. I don't know what it is, bro. Like, he couldn't hit fucking water if he fell off a jet ski, blood. Have you seen his crossing? Bro, it's
gave the ball away 30 times,
30 times, blood. And Fred made like 30 interceptions. Fred just had to win it back, blood. Every time Young was giving it away. It was awful. It was awful, bro.
What do we do, though, on a serious level to the end of the season? Put Darmian in there?
But I just hope
or put the lot right back? Because even the lot right back against West Ham, he wasn't that great. I know he was against Felipe Anderson, so he could be excused.
I don't know.
But he looks like he might be better off as an attacker.
I don't really know. Everyone was giving Mourinho, credit for Dallo and that, but he does look better on the right wing. Way better on the right wing, bro. I like him there, bro. Like,
would you have him there ahead of stopping someone like Jesse or stopping someone like Lingard or
I would play
Rashford or whoever else, Martial,
Dallo would
Sanchez.
be my first choice right winger at the moment for the simple fact that his delivery is mad.
And he wants to go past people and can beat people.
He wants to. Jesse will always drift inside.
He should have had a couple assists by now.
Yeah,
it's only because Rom's missed or people have been missing.
Crosses.
Yeah.
But if Dallo's playing, then Rom's got to play down the middle because he's not crossing it into Rashford. It's a waste, innit? Like Rashford can't finish like that. He's like one-on-ones and that, cool. But if Dallo's playing right wing, you got to have Rom in there. You got to have Rom in there, bruv. Like, it's that simple because Dallo's a threat, man. And he does go down the outside. He's our only player in the whole team that goes down the outside. Jesse's right-footed and he comes in. Matt is left-footed and he comes in. Dallo's the only one that goes down the outside, so he must play.
Jesse Lingard. Like, since, moonwalking at the Emirates, all of that, fantastic. Gave us meme city. When I met up with him at the Coca-Cola event, I was having a laugh. Yeah, man, it was sick. And that. Since he's been injured, then come back from that injury, it's like he's been injured the whole time and hasn't even played.
Yeah, but he came back and then remember he got injured again.
Yeah, because we forced him back for the Liverpool game.
Bruv, and I feel like these man, they're physically just drained, bruv, from all the running that Ollie's got them doing, and I think that they need a good holiday and they need a good pre-season. But Jesse, I'm not worried about him. I think he's still a good player, squad player. I always said he was a squad player. I think Rashford's a squad player as well. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm honest, like the levels that I want us to get to, bruv, Rashford ain't starting every week for me. Like, giving him the number 10 was a madness. I would have never done that. Do you know what I mean? Jesse, for me, is a squad player as well. They're brilliant players to bring off the bench and make impact. But for me, bruv, when you're relying on Marcus Rashford, like, bruv, that shows how far we've dropped, bruv.
Even with how inconsistent he can be.
Yeah, relying on him, bruv. Like, even the last game, you're bringing him off the bench and that to try and win you a game. Rashford, come on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man used to be bringing on Dwight York and that. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring in on Marcus, bro. Like, and that's just what it is. And we're bringing him on because he would have started, but he wasn't fit enough to start. Like, so he's your man. Your talisman is Marcus Rashford, bro. Big Man United, allow it, man. That's a joke, blood.
And those kind of levels of player are good as squad players as well, though.
Them man have got Aguero and De Bruyne, yeah, and Sterling and Jesus and these man, yeah. Then they've got Salah, Firmino. All these man are talisman, and our talisman is Marcus Rashford, bro. Come on. And that's not a disrespect to Marcus.
No, it's not. It's just how it is. It's just how it is.
There's levels in football, blood.
Yeah.
There's levels. When he's your talisman, your main guy, your go-to guy to make things happen, and he's not even consistent himself, he's our Harry Kane, blood. But Harry Kane consistently bags goals, blood. So when he's our Harry Kane, that tells us we're in trouble, fam. Do you know what I mean? So
it's true. There's a lot heaped on me. Listen, we're gonna go over to the question section now because I know a lot of you sending their questions in every week. We get inundated on Twitter. Inundated.
No, it's great, bruv. You know what I mean?
So
it's your show, bruv. So you know what I mean?
Keep
it interactive. Get involved.
Exactly. Let's take a look at the questions. What you lot are saying, man. Okay, so let's have a look at the questions, man. First one this week, Rants, is from Jack Coleman. He says, do you think we should bring Memphis back and play him on the left wing and play Martial as a centre forward and Rashford as a right winger? Thoughts?
Bro, the thing is with that whole situation is I always said that Martial needs to be playing down the middle. I also said that Rashford needs to be playing down the right. However, like Memphis on the left, it's like Memphis has flourished going abroad, not playing on the left and actually playing more centrally. So again, it's square pegs and round holes, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. Like, we need, if we're gonna bring in a centre forward, then cool. I need to bring in a Leng man, bruv, like an Icardi or something that's just gonna bag. Do you know what I mean?
We need that certified 20 goal a season, man. We need it, man.
Shooter, bruv. That's what we need. And if we're not gonna get a certified shooter, then I mean, we just need to be looking at wide players that can interchange and that. But either way, like the whole Rashford on the right thing, I just think we need to buy a proper right wing and stop fucking around.
That's the more thing with me. I don't want to keep hearing like, oh, should we like just tweak this, or maybe we can push this player out here, maybe we can push that.
We tried all that.
I'm fed up. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm fed up of watching Liverpool, City, even Arsenal when it clicks for them, when they've got the right players in the right positions. Just like they have this pattern of play, right? That's like a constant pressure on the other team, constant creating chances, constant looking on the front foot. And you still look at us and we've still got them kind of out of form players, square pegs in round holes. Now, that's not Ollie's fault because he's only come into halfway through the thing and couldn't change anything. I understand that, so I'm not blaming him. But it just shows how far away we are. And for me, I'm not trying to see, like saying, just bring Memphis back and then chuck Martial. I'm trying to see us go out and get a proper centre-half, centre forward and a centre half who's just going to bag uncontrollably.
Yes.
And it's deadly, fox in the box.
Blam.
Yeah.
You know, like a RVP. Bro.
Yeah, man, for real. Anyway, thanks for that question, man. Mark Hawks too says, Already wish Big Rants happy birthday, so straight up question, LOL. We've seen Fred play to his true potential lately, especially in Europe. Is there anything Ollie can do to ensure he adapts further to the Premiership in order to play like that week in, week out for us?
Bro. Play him.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Just give him the confidence and leave him in the team.
Because like, the thing is with Fred, it was always him acclimatizing to the pace of the Premier League. That's why his 2 best games for us have been in Europe, because it's a different pace of game. But he's got the technique, he's got the athleticism, bro. He covers the ground, bro. I mean, he moves up and down like Kante, he wins the ball, but then he passes and he breaks the lines as well with the passing. I think he's a brilliant player, bro. I think he's a brilliant player, man. He's definitely, apart from Pogba, he's our best midfielder by far as well, bro. It's just that he needs to adapt to the pace of it. The physicality is not so much.
He's slowly getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he's always going to get brushed off the ball by someone bigger
but
than
that's
him because he's
fine,
only little.
He's little, blood.
Exactly.
Do you know what I
But
mean? When
he did win back
against Pogba. He get dashed
even
as well,
against
blood.
Barcelona. He won the ball back quite a few times as well. And what I like about
16,
Fred,
he won 16 turnovers.
is the way he passes.
Yeah.
Like he does pass quickly. He's looking to pass forward.
He passes with intent, like he fizzes
he fizzes it in, like not on a 2 mile, right? He
Yeah.
fizzes it into someone's feet so they got a chance to go and do something with it.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of his, bro. 2-footed, he can dribble, he can shoot, he can pass.
We just need to see it consistently because so far he's been
We just
very,
need someone to
very
play
well,
behind him that can pick the ball up off the centre back and do that, and then we get a ball playing centre half like a Toby as well, who can step into the midfield and pass, and then you start to see a bit more, bro. But
I wrote him off after Wolves. I'm not going to lie to you.
I didn't.
I was like, do you know what? I don't think we're going to see a player. And then I think the very next game was Barcelona, and then he was good. So I kind of had to say, look, listen, I'm still going to resolve my judgment until he probably gets maybe a full season under Ollie, is what I'm going to say. On Fred.
It's going to be like a new signing, bro.
Yeah,
proper.
I really do hope so. 69, Wayne 69. A lot of 69s in there, Wayne. You know what I mean? Sorry, Wayne. Sorry, man. I didn't even mean it like that. Well, yeah, I did. Anyway, Rant, stop trying to make it worse. Stop laughing. First off, happy birthday, bro. So there you go, another happy birthday for you. My question is, how many players will Ollie need, and where does he need to focus on? Love it, the show, I guess he's saying. Wayne
5.
from Cape Town, so all the way from Cape Town as well. Love that.
We need 5, but I take 4, blood. We need 5, but I take 4. I'll take 4 starters. If we get 4 starters, it needs to be starters. We're challenging for the league. If we get 4 starters, blood, that's what we need. We need starters, bro. We need a right winger, we need a centre back, we need a right back, and we need a centre mid. And if man could get a bonus, then I would shot Lukaku and get a forward. And I'd fuck Sanchez off. I wouldn't even replace him. He's shit.
Well, you know what?
I'd replace him with Mason Greenwood.
Hold fire on that, because that's a question. So
I'll replace him with Mason, blood. Fuck him. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, do you know what I'm saying? I'll replace him with Mason Greenwood, blood. He's probably still on £350 a week and that. £350, blood. That's what Mason's on. You know what I mean? Give Mason a big boy contract, blood. Give him a little.
Give him 3,500 a week.
You know, like that. Give him a little 5 bags and that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Get a golf and that.
I wonder what.
You know what I'm saying? Man, like Mason,
I reckon. Do you know? I wonder what them young like Angel Gomez and that are on now.
They man about 5 bags. Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. They man on like League One wages, blood. Easy. Yeah. Little man money, but that's big man money.
That's gonna say, bro. You're asking normal 9 to 5 if you get £5 a week, bro.
Mason's still in school, blood. Man's doing all GCSEs and that. Come on, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Allow it. Man's on an A-level vibe, like right now, innit?
As his past the
He's
provisional.
still in school, fam. Do you know what I mean? So like, he's on a little 3 bags and that. That's
it was good that he got brought on though. How good was that? And you know what? The game was 1-1, and there was only 15 minutes left. That's not a token. That's Ollie saying.
Still win us the game.
Yeah, and even PSG away. Like I know we had injuries and stuff, so it kind of dictated, but he still brought them on.
Because he's ready, man. I'm tired of it now.
Although there are no youngsters in the squad for the Barcelona game away, which I was a bit surprised at, but. I don't know. Ollie's obviously got his thinking and reasons behind that. So yeah, you answered that question. Okay, this is a good one. Kawado's Kawadzodi says, why all the attention on certain players when De Gea has been just as bad on the pitch and off the pitch? Wage demands.
Exactly. But this is the thing. The reason why I'll always give De Gea the benefit of the doubt is, because he's elite, bruv. And it's the same with Pogba. It's not a bias, bruv. It's because these men are elite. So, like, when these men make mistakes, I'm not going to dwell on their deficiencies because they're so good at so many things. A lot of people like to say, oh yeah, but Pogba don't do... Bruv, shut up, innit? Like, he can do shit that no one else in the league, no one else in our squad can come anywhere near. Therefore, yeah, if he has a bad game, cool, he has a bad game. Same with De Gea. If he makes a mistake, I'm not like, David De Gea, he made a mistake.
He saved us too many times to do that.
Yeah, bro, for every one mistake he makes, he saved us 8 times. So when he makes the mistake, I didn't see it, blood. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I mean. People want to realise, yeah, that David De Gea now, yeah, like, all of his deficiencies are showing now because it's a different game, bruv. He's a brilliant shot stopper. Like, he's elite level. Like, he's alien level.
He's not good with his feet, though. He's
shit with his feet. His distribution's crap with his feet and his hands, yeah?
How long have we been saying that as well, though?
For ages. His sweeping shit as well, blood. He doesn't command the box well. However, when it comes to shot stopping, he's alien. He's Messi level, blood.
Yeah,
so
it's
when
true.
we were shit before,
matter.
when we were shit like under LVG, yeah, a man were conceding like 50 shots a game, yeah, he looked amazing. But now he's got less to do, but it's a different kind of game. You're starting to see little frailties in his game, and that's all right, bruv.
We're not going to be in a position with David De Gea, yeah, to like fully criticise that aspect of his game because, like you said, he's far too good in the other areas, and even in that same game against West Ham,
he made a banging save.
He made a banging save against what's his name, Antonio.
Yeah.
Mikel Antonio. If he scores that, it's game over. You know what I'm saying? And he hit the bar just before that, but you know what I'm saying. So with that whole thing, he's never going to be in a position where we can fully criticise him because the guy saved us countless times, and we'll continue. And it's kind of like he's like, out of the modern breed goalkeeper, which is, you call it the modern breed, which is good with your feet. You look at Edison, you look at Alisson, these kind of goalkeepers. Even Ter Stegen, great with his feet and stuff.
Yeah, sick. As well, but he comes
Neuer obviously set the tone with that.
Yeah.
But it's like David De Gea is like a throwback keeper where fuck all of that. I'm not really great with my feet, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just a cat. I ain't got no time to be pinging it out left and right. So the modern demands of the game have changed, and maybe that might leave him behind. But I think with someone as good as him, you can always afford for him to have that little... Do you know what I'm saying? So... I agree with that. Do you think, this is from YNFC 7, do you think Rashford is overrated and overhyped by many English pundits who always say that he's the best in his position down the middle, but in my opinion he doesn't have the clinical killer instinct in front of goal, the hold-up play or of a target man, or the cleverness around the box?
Bruv, I've said this all before. Like, what's Rashford's biggest best attribute? He's fast. That's it. He's overrated. He is. I've been saying that, brother. Man, the thing is, because they hold him close to their heart. I said giving him number 10's a travesty. He doesn't have the movement in the box of a Michael Owen. He doesn't make them little clever near post runs, and like he doesn't have the Vardy movement like in the box. So he doesn't have that. So as a 9, you need that. He don't have that.
I still feel.
You know what I mean?
I still feel. With Rashford, I think he's not at the world class level. I don't ever see Rashford becoming world class.
That's why I said he's a squad player, bro.
I see him being very good.
Yeah.
And if you can, it's just about consistency, man.
Player.
Like
His hold-up play
he gets into such good positions.
Much. Like,
but he has got attributes that cannot be. He is direct. He is fast. He can get at people.
He's indirect. He's quick. He's unpredictable. Yeah. But for me, like if I'm being honest, like
it's not the level of the Manes. It's not the level of the.
I think he's Crystal Palace level. I honestly do. Like if I'm honest, blood, I think he's at that level.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, like I'm not disrespecting him, brother. I think he's at that
Crystal Palace.
I think he's at that Zaha, Balassi kind
Townsend
of level. Yeah, brother. I honestly don't. I don't think like he's Man United starting level, blood. I don't, bro. I'm being honest. Like read what this guy says, bro. Like read it. There's not a single lie in there, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's not a single lie.
Yeah, the hold-up play.
Does he have the hold-up play?
Killer instinct.
No. Does he have the killer instinct? No. He misses bare chances. Does he have the movement of like a Michael Owen in the box, like a proper poacher? Like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have any of those things.
Can it come?
No, because these things you just have them or you don't. Like Mason has that killer instinct already, and he's a kid.
But we haven't seen it at senior level.
We haven't seen that, but it don't matter because Rashford wasn't doing that at that level. At that level, Rashford was just any guy, blood. Rashford wasn't like, oh, he's the next to blow. Do you know what I mean? Circumstances made it that he blew because Keane got injured, because Keane was meant to play. You see what I mean? Rashford just happened to be given a chance.
Rooney was injured all in once.
This is it. He was given a chance, and he took his chance. LVG gave him an opportunity, but he wasn't kicking down the door in the reserves. Mason's blasted the door off the hinges, fam. You have to play him. You see what I mean? So when you look at this, circumstances got him to where he is, and like respect to my man, he took his chance against Arsenal and Midgetland and that. But the facts are, My man, he's not a leng man, bruv. He's not. He don't have that, bruv.
Yeah.
He's still very raw. He looks like a playground footballer to me. He still tries to nutmeg Brez when it's not on, and he still tries to do all these things.
It's
like
like
he's
the
not.
biggest
level.
frustration for me is the running into
Man will call him Rashbeck. That is why man will call him Rashbeck. I swear.
Nah, that's a disrespect.
That is why, because he just bruv for me, yeah.
Nah, but you know what? When you think about it, that's what Welbeck, like, he's got the pace to get at people, but he'll miss. Nah, I'm not going to entertain that. Nah, put some respect on his name. Nah, put some respect on his name.
His attribute is his pace, and I love the guy, but
Yeah.
that's it. If you take his pace out of him, he's not even a Premier League footballer. Like, if I'm honest. Like, he's not. Like, and I love him. Like, I am a big fan of his, but I have to be real, because English players get gassed too much.
No, it's true.
I'm sorry, man
listen.
was saying, would you sign Hudson-Odoi? I said, let him get like 20 games for Chelsea first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man talking about signing Hudson-Odoi, but the man only plays in Europa. You see what I mean? These guys, the head goals.
I wouldn't say that. I don't think he's. I don't think he's Premiership quality.
No, he is Premiership quality, but I think he's not top 6 quality. I think that starting week in, week out, like,
I just think
he'll get a game for Everton.
Good.
I think he's at Everton start week in, week out, maybe, but not Manchester United. Week in, week out, bro. Remember the level. Man will win trebles on that. We're Champions League. We're supposed to have man that are nominated for Ballon d'Ors. That's the level we're meant to be at, bro. Like, he can't start. He's not starting for Arsenal, blood. He's not. He's not starting ahead of Aubameyang and Lacazette. He's not starting for Liverpool. He's not starting for Tottenham. He's not starting for City. So there you go. So he shouldn't be starting for us.
And this is the thing about, you see when we're saying like in the summer how we need, like, I'm not interested in trying to shift man out this side, shift man out. Just go and get the level of player that we need. You know what I'm saying? This question here, so I'm just on the phone.
And that's no disrespect to Rants.
No, it's not, because look, look, he can be a very good player. No. I just don't think he can be world class. He's got attributes that can hurt people. He can get at people. Every team
needs players of that level that can come in and do a job and contribute. But if man want to win titles, then man can't be leading your line.
Cool. This is an interesting one. MUFC 1235 says, in my opinion, on Tuesday we should play Alexis Sanchez as striker. I think he should leave in the summer, but maybe he could be useful at striker until the end of the season.
I've been screaming to play him up front for the whole time. When I see him on that left wing, bruv, like, I just want to absolutely just run on the pitch and close line, man. He's got no business there. He's got no pace. He can't go down the outside. He cuts in early, then plays that same shit dink ball into the goalkeeper every time. Like, I'm tired of it. The one time it came off was for Pogba against Man City. It never came off again.
Like, before that, it was at Arsenal last time.
Dead, you know what I'm saying? Dead shit, bro.
I agree. And because down the middle, we've just been trash anyway. We may as well try him when he comes back. I've been trying to, battle it out with United fans, talking about, is there something he can give us to the end of the season? Anything, because we're going to need all we can get. This one here, J Spiro 17 says, how ridiculous is it that United fans, some United fans, let's say, actually want us to lose against City?
Not ridiculous at all. I'm one of them, bruv. If it means that Liverpool don't win the league, I don't care, bruv.
I can't want us to lose.
Bruv, I don't care. It's not that I want us to lose, but I'm saying if we lost, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't. I would, man. But you know what? Say that. I don't care, innit? You know why I don't care, yeah? Because it's one of them ones where, bruv, City ain't got no fans, one. Liverpool, bruv, if them man win the league, even if you won a Champions League, that would still overshadow it, blood. 30 years, blood. Understand, Fergie was talking about knocking man off their perch and the power shift and all of these things. Blood, if these man win the league, do you know the momentum it gives them, fam? If they get this close and they lose now, I reckon they're fucked now.
I hope that happens. Listen, I hope they don't win the league, but if you know what it is, going up into this game, we've always had this little thing leading, like, even way back when we was like, imagine when we play City in it, hands thing. I'm sorry, man. I can't go in the stadium.
I'm not going there hoping that man are going to lose, but I'm saying...
I can't. I want to get this top 4. I'm sorry. I want nothing but Man United win.
If someone said to me that you could still finish in the top 4,
if you can still do it.
Lost to Liverpool,
of course.
Lost to Man City.
Oh, yeah, of course. But that's the perfect situation.
Yeah, exactly. If man said you definitely are not getting top 4 if you lose to City, then I'm just like, you know what? Stranger things have happened in football. Liverpool could still bug out. But man, we have to deal with our own thing. Yeah,
I'm thinking we're in too bad a position to want and one thing that there's no way.
Arsenal,
exactly.
You know what I mean, you never know. Then all of a sudden it's back in our hands, and then it's like, So, bro, football's unpredictable, But what I would say is I understand the logic between both sets, innit? No one's right and no one's wrong. All I'm saying is I'd rather, that Man City win it than Liverpool. That's what I leave.
Absolutely, no, it's the same thing. Let's not even talk about the quadruple because that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that won't happen. Though. They're not gonna win the Champions League, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, okay. This is the last question, yeah, and I thought it was such a good question because I think it all the time. Stevie Russ 34 says, "Why can't anyone take a decent free kick or corner at our club? Set pieces are always poor."
I answered that on my channel because
you asked the same question. Oh, the same guy. Oh, there you go. You watch this both.
And I answered it on my channel, bruv. And bro,
it's so bad.
We need to prioritize a dead ball specialist, bruv. That's why I said Neves, bro, because he can take free kicks, he can take corners, and he can pass.
Yeah, we need but he'd still be able to play because then we could just sign, say, Ward-Prowse.
But this and
you wouldn't have him, but he's making a free kicks. Or Snodgrass
with like Ericsson, because
Snodgrass has got a wicked free kick.
Take free kicks and corners. Yeah. Like KDB takes free kicks.
We need someone who can play and can do the free kick. We need
someone that can do that. Do you know what I mean? We need someone that can take set pieces. Yeah, but we need that authority. We don't have that quality, and that's where
we ain't even really got people on the other end of him though. It's not even like I look at Smalling and think like you see how you look at Maguire or Van Dijk, where they're associated with they can get a header in on goal or they could put it back across to someone. Yeah. We don't even have anyone commanding in the whole squad.
Yeah, but brother, in his own net.
When does it fucking never happen?
This is it. In his own net, blood. Dead
Phil Jones when he jumped up for the ball and he missed the ball. But he had a good game in that same game. Though. He had a good game. Listen, we've answered all you guys' questions. It's been absolutely crazy. Quickly before we go, Rants, Barcelona second leg. It's game day as you guys are watching this. Let me say this first, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Call me deluded, call me stupid, call me flip-flop.
Bruv, if we do this three times, Juventus, PSG and Barca, just give man the trophy now.
Hold on. No. Rants, I'm going 2-1 United.
Good for you, blood.
Nah, do you know why? Before you say your piece, you know why, yeah? Because I just think, do you know what? What have we got to lose? We're losing 1-0 already. No. Listen. We're supposed to lose against them, and look against PSG. We still might, but I'm just clinging on to that little 2-1 because I think you know what? After being there,
you know that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy. Bruv, no. Stop it, innit?
I'm clinging on to it. I don't know if it's because I'm actually going there and I feel like, I feel we can do it.
Shit, and still beat us, blood. And you think they're going to play like that at home? Them man are going to turn up. Messi's going to have smoke in his boots, blood. And he's just going to probably score 2, blood. No. Messi brace, blood.
It's so hard, man. I'm trying, I'm trying to, my heart says maybe we can do it. But my head, my head is saying stop being silly. But I'm sorry. I have to have that little bit of belief in there. We have to have belief. I'm sorry.
That them man are just a level above us, and that's okay.
No, that's true. But listen, we fought the same thing against PSG.
We did.
We did. Especially being 2-0 down. We said, I went out there saying, I'm only here to see the Eiffel Tower.
Never had Cavani and Neymar though. You know
and they were still 2-0 up after the first leg.
But they didn't have the Cavani and Neymar. These men have Messi. These men have Suarez. These men have whoever they need, blood. I just think it's going to be Smoke City, bro. If we beat these, man, wow.
Listen.
We can't lose.
My heart says yes, maybe. My heart says maybe, actually. It doesn't say yes, it says maybe. And my head says no, absolutely not. I did predict we'd lose two legs. We're halfway there, even though we played well. But no, on a serious note, though, we did... If we can go there and apply that sort of pressure as well to them and not let them play easy, you never know, man. Make it uncomfortable. You never know.
Shit, but at the end of that game, I was proud of the boys. I said, you done yourself proud. We didn't get smoked.
We just need to be a bit more aggressive in the final third because we have to manufacture chances.
Aggressive. We just need to have a bit more quality. We need to be a bit more clinical because the attacks were there. It's just they kept breaking down.
Listen, we've come to the end of the show. Rants, it is your birthday. I always say to you, lay off the tequilas because I know what you get like when you're on them. Try and stay sober so you can watch the game.
That's God's juice, blood. I'm telling you.
I don't know how you drink that stuff. I get sick. I can't do tequilas. Nah. If you're watching from Mexico, send some tequila for Rants, man. Send some tequila. Shout out the socials, man. Birthday boy.
At Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram and on YouTube as well, bro. Make sure you check that out.
That's it. Make sure you check it out. I'm FlexUTD, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you guys subscribe to obviously the channel, and make sure you're following it across all of the platforms on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Before we go, these kits as well. The links in the description below. Get on to Kit Locker. Rant, I've got to give you your stuff now, actually.
Yeah boy. That's what I mean. I trained in my United Stand training kit today as well, bro. A1, bro. The quality, when you feel the embroidery and that.
It's good. This
Nah, we
rubber
didn't
badge
bit
here
small.
is good quality stuff. The jacket, you know what? The big jacket, yeah, TM, the big jacket that I had as well. Keep you nice and warm as well. Check it all out on Kit Locker. The link will be in the description below. So peace. Let us know your predictions and your starting 11s for the Barcelona game, and hopefully we're speaking to you guys next week. Maybe in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Maybe not.
Boy.
Peace, people. See you later.